What's up, everybody? We're about to get started here in a couple minutes. What's going on, Brian?
So
we got Ferdinand coming on too. He's just getting his computer ready. So today we're gonna chat about something a little bit more important, I think, rather than drive you guys nuts with my technical expertise. So we're going to be basically chatting about, leadership qualities, what I call the 4 qualities of exceptional leaders. And this is kind of like some of the things that I've learned from Tony Robbins. And so some of the things I'll be chatting about is called decisiveness, resourcefulness, how marketers serve a higher purpose, and influence. Now, for those of you who are watching this, I want to thank you for checking it out and just getting here. It's a small step towards where you want to be in your life. And when it comes to starting a business from home or working a 9 to 5, there's sacrifices we all have to make, right? And just showing up is one of them. So I commend you for that. It's got to go here. Unfortunately, I have a condo right by a busy street. What's up, Ferdinand? Can you hear me, bro? Oh, we can't hear you, man. You're muted. Okay, so yeah. All right. Rather than waste everybody's time with mumbling on here, I'm gonna get right into it. All right. So, my name is Gene Wolf. I'm going on 7-year internet marketing vet. I've been doing this successfully for the last 3.5, going on 4 years, making a full-time income, lead generation expert, traffic generation. I sell traffic. I sell my own traffic to people, guaranteed traffic. I have vast knowledge of YouTube. I mean, I've gone as far as ripping into the code of YouTube to kind of understanding it, and going from absolutely no experience online to earning a full-time income. And this happens because of my drive to want to learn things, right? I just like learning new things that create results. And when I started getting results from my internet business, it drove me the drive in me was like, oh my God, I'm finally making money. I'm finally doing this. I'm finally doing that. And it just made me want to learn some more. In the background, I have my kid running around. I was hoping his sister would be here, but she's got a little babysitting job, so she's trying to make her own money and stuff. Congratulations to her. She's a little entrepreneur. She even sells her own paintings too. She's only 11 years old. But yeah, so we got Brian Bear on here. He's a multiple 7-figure earner. We have Ferdinand. He's aspiring and he's a good marketer. He's a really good relationship marketer as well. Oh, he just signed off there. His mic must have got shut off again. But yeah, so we're as I said, we're gonna keep this strictly about mindset, and I know Brian's not feeling too well today, so I'm gonna let him go first, and then I'm gonna take over, and he's gonna explain to you some of the inner beliefs and systems and all these things that had to change inside him in order for him to start succeeding online. It's also a little overwhelming too when you start succeeding. You sometimes tend to, your mind you're really off balance because success comes at you so quick and you just don't know what to do with it. So yeah, go ahead. You can take over here.
Thanks. I appreciate the introduction, man, and thanks again for last night's webinar. went really well, I think. Well, I know it was information packed. Definitely know your stuff. I actually learned a couple things myself, and it's true. I've been online for well, it's coming up on 7, pretty much like 6.5 years, and have made millions on the internet, and that's just the way it is. I pretty much am an overnight success, and because in my first 30 days, I was earning 5 figures a month, over 11,000. I remember specifically on day 29 that I was over 11,000 a month, and that's awesome, right? I mean, who doesn't want that extra? Seriously, and this was extra money coming in while I was working full time. And you know what? We want to tell you how to do it. So, you know, that is why we are successful. That is why. One of the main reasons is we want to help people, and we believe in people. We believe in you. We believe in each other, because we already know we're a success, you know. So it's not, a mindset is a real deal. It is a make or break. And that's why I think that it's very, very important that you're covering this today, Gene. So really, you know, to sum it up, I can't stress enough the importance of your own confidence, of your own belief and mindset, and getting out of the mindset of the same old routine. Like I talk about, people, you know, when you've got a regular job, you are going to, no matter what, you're going to be in the mindset of that routine because you are physically doing it. But life does not have to be like that forever. You can and you will change your own destiny. I know it sounds crazy, but it is very, very true. The proof is in the pudding. I mean, I've proved it time and time again, and by taking that proof, by taking your own proof or others' proof, your sponsor, whatever, build off what you can until you are bigger and bigger, and just expand and scale on what works. Don't go all over the place like you were saying, Gene. And that's, you know what, I kind of was like that at first with, you know, because I got success overnight pretty much, and it's like, whoa, I don't know what's going on. You know, I mean, I was thinking this and that, and I wasn't even thinking about training. I wasn't thinking about anything except all this money coming in. I'm like, wow, this is insane. You know, this is awesome. And people saw that in my face. People saw that. Show people, okay? Get into something. Show people that you're excited. You've got to jump, all right? That's what we're telling you. And we've got to believe in yourself, because you already have made the biggest step, which is by being on here tonight. You know what? That is a big step. Do not discount the things that you do. Do not discount the actions that you take for the things that will change your life, all right? Because that's just the truth. That's the bottom line, and really, I don't know how else to put it. Yeah, you got anything to add to that, Gene? I mean, I don't know. That's just the way it is for me. I mean,
yeah, you know, like going back to like you know, when the law of attraction really hit the market, and then a lot of people were sold on it, like even me, but it was like a great marketing campaign that was launched, and it brought people into the mindset that, hey, there's a force in this universe that gives you everything you want. But the problem, what happens is that a lot of people misinterpret that force as something that's just going to be handed to them, you know, and sometimes it does. But even when it's handed to you, if you don't know what to do with it, it could fail miserably, right? Like, you could be given a complete formula to take over the world, but if you don't know how to implement that formula, it's basically a lost cause. It goes in vain. You get it.
And if you don't have the confidence, too, I'm telling you, you know, you can have all the information, the exact blueprint on how to make $1 million in the next 6 months. And by the way, they're out there, you know. But the fact of the matter is, people don't take action, and they don't apply their confidence in their videos. They're not getting themselves out there
Yeah.
more effectively. Their communication is vital, and so that's why, you know, I love video marketing, and of course, Henry, you do too.
Hang on one sec here. Let me just 1 second here. I gotta. Something's wrong. Alright. Just give me 1 sec here, guys. Sorry.
Oh, it's all right. You know what? I've got a couple more things that I wanted to add, Gene. You know, after making all of this money online, it really it humbles me, you know. But at the same time,
Your camera's not working.
my camera.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I didn't know that. What about now?
Let me see.
Is it working?
Let me refresh this page here.
It looks like it's working now.
Yeah, it looks like it's working. I'm looking on the live page here, and it doesn't.
Oh. Well,
It's like with sunglasses. It looks like you're seeing it with polarized sunglasses.
See if you're on here.
no. It looks like I'm on. I've got my green light is on my webcam.
All right, whatever. Just go ahead and keep
I
talking.
don't know, but you know what? It's like I was saying. I was while I'm proud of the things that I've accomplished. At the same time, I'm humbled by it because I don't want to be taken over by pride. You know, I want to help other people to succeed and make money with me. You know, and that's a super important aspect in my marketing. And you know that it's very important, and I see it in Gene. And you know, I don't really know Ferdinand very well, but I'm telling you that if you can just grip the fact that people want to make money, and that you want to make money just like other people, everybody, I mean, we all have these things in common. Oh wow. Okay, am I still on? Yeah, I'm on. All right. Well, so you know, keep in mind that if you don't like something, chances are other people don't either. If you don't like a website, the way that or your own website, if you don't like your own video, make the adjustments. If people don't like it, chances are other people won't either. Yeah, if you don't like it, if you don't like a program that you join, that's bad. Okay, you're not going to be excited, and you're not going to want to tell people. No, I mean, even if it's iffy, don't do it. You know, get involved in a program that pays, that you're excited about, and run with it. Run with it. That's really, I don't know how else to put it. You know, but yeah.
You know, and so like what Brian is explaining here is like, you know, when opportunity comes knocking at your door, like what type of person are you? Are you the type of person that, you know, thinks about it a lot, or are you the type of person that takes action immediately? And the person who thinks about it too much usually talks themselves out of it. And
it forgets, right? Or forgets.
And then moves on to the next thing and thinks about that. And eventually what happens is you're in a cycle. You're in this cycle that really you don't want to be in, because your whole focus in life is indecisiveness. And great
It's vicious. It's a vicious cycle. It really is, Gene. It's a vicious cycle. I know what you're talking about. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
Are decisive. They make decisions and they do it. And this is when you find yourself, when somebody presents you with a decision, or when the decision arises in front of you, and you find yourself being indecisive about situations, this should tell you why you're not succeeding, why you're not getting what you want in life, because these little moments are I don't know what you want to call them, God or her or the universe or whatever you follow, whatever your belief system is, are throwing moments at you to say, hey, Are you going to make a decision here? Are you going to take action? I'm putting these things in front of you, and you're asking for all these signs, but you're not listening, right? And, you know, that is key. Like, are you listening? Are you attentive to your situation? Because these little characteristics that you have in yourself to be a decisive human being is the difference between you getting what you want, living your dreams, or still thinking about your dreams, still thinking about or still dreaming every day. You have to take action, and you're going to hear this from any leader in this industry. You have to take action, and action is exactly what it is. You know, that law of attraction thing I was talking about. Well, they didn't talk about this, attract action, right? They didn't talk about that in their marketing campaign when they're selling all the law of attraction stuff. They're just saying, if you focus on this and focus on that, you're gonna draw all this abundance to yourself. It's not true, because a lot of people don't realize you have to take action, and indecisiveness is going to hold you back from that, right? So when you decide you're going to do something, you do it. Stop bullshitting, stop making excuses, stop using excuses as your bailout for why you're not succeeding, why you're not making money, why you're not working with the right people, why you're not surrounding yourself with powerful people, honest, trustworthy people. Why all these things are being removed from your path, and instead you're going on a path that's just, you know, negativity, negative thinking, negative outcomes. All these things are self-created. You perpetuate you create these situations, and you perpetuate them into bigger things than they really are. And it has to do with you as a person and your mindset and your belief system, right? Like, when I was a part of Power Network, you know, David Wood, like I'm not a big fan of Power Network. I made a lot of money in it, and then I got out right away just because it didn't resonate with me. But David Wood is he's a genius, right? He's a mental genius. His mindset is like in a place where he knows that the universe takes over a decision, but then he puts these little things into action. Alchemy, right? And he's literally like an alchemist. He can make things happen through the power of mind, but also doing little things that catalyze the event of something happening, right? And you know, like I'm not a millionaire. You know what I mean? I'm not even close to a millionaire. I've made a lot of money online. I make a full-time income, but having these things and growing as a marketer allows me to know that a million's not hard. Like, honestly, like, it's literally, I used to think a million was like untouchable, and then I realized, like, through the mindset and the ability to grow as a human being, you could have pretty much anything you bloody want, but you just don't want it bad enough because you're not making the necessary action steps to get there, right?
Right, or they believe that that it's not obtainable through internet marketing, which is the best and fastest way to obtain millions. Take it from me. I'm telling you, when I made my first $1 million, I was like, wow, did I really? Where's the money at? But that second $1 million came in real quick, and it was nice. I mean, honestly, who can't use millions of dollars, right? Listen, people, you can apply these things to your life and change your life, okay? So if you want more time with your kids, if you want more time with your family, if you want more money, if you want more vacations, if you want better cars and houses, do these things, please. They will help you.
Hang on one sec here. So, decisiveness, that's actually one of the things that we're going to talk about. I wanted to let Ferdinand to share his thoughts on that. If you want, Ferdinand, go ahead, bro.
You're talking about decisiveness, Tony
Yeah.
Robbins stuff we
Yeah,
talked about
that's-
earlier. Yeah, it's definitely true. Sometimes like some people, they go to school, they do their thing, and they decided long ago to make that life-defining choice, right? And they believe that that's taken care of. They don't have to deal with that anymore. because it was done. But guess what? Very few people get time and money freedom from their careers. You know, what they get is a chance to save, they get a chance to budget, you know what I mean? And if they're lucky, they inherit something or they win the lottery. You know what I mean? But there's no, it's done, you know, and so that's exactly what it is. You have to, and you know, it comes down to taking accountability in life. You know what I mean? You either live by effect, you know, my boss did this to me, she did this to me, this happened to me the other day, the rain, this, everything happens to you, right? Or you can live a life of cause, where you make it happen, you take full responsibility and say, hey, I'm the reason why I am where I am right now, and I could change it. And that's what decisiveness is making that choice. I love it. I love it, man.
Yeah, bro. I mean, if, you know, like, I come across a lot of people, indecisive people in this industry, and it's almost like a disease, a virus for some people, right? Because they continuously make excuses for why things are not going their way, right? And it has a lot to do with their indecisive nature to make that choice and do it. You know, the majority of people, they're probably going to watch this. They're going to come in. They're going to hear us talking about mindset. They're going to hear us talking about these things, and they're going to close it, right? And that's right there is their indecisive nature. The curiosity drew them to the video, right? Curiosity, that email that I sent out, drew them to see, hey, what is this? Hang on, one guys. 1 second here. Get out of there.
It's funny how life happens, but it happens, right? You know, we're no different from you. Is that I wanted to really emphasize here. I look like I'm gonna fall back, but no, it's true though. You know, we're no different from you, and no different at all. The things that separate you and me are just circumstances. We all face different problems, on different days. You know, there's really got to understand that. You know, while our beliefs are in place and our confidence in ourselves and you are in place already, you can and do already have all of the tools that you need, and here's the information that you need in order to actually go to the bank every day, like I do. I mean, it's, yeah.
You know, like, what I was saying is I was saying about how people are they're gonna come, they're gonna click away. They're gonna come, they're gonna click away. But they're never ever gonna make that decision to say, I'm gonna stay here, I'm gonna listen to what they're saying, because these guys have made money online and they're doing it. But I'm gonna stay here, I'm gonna take out my notepad and I'm gonna listen to what they have to say. Most people, they won't do that. And those are the type of people I don't want to work with, right? I want people who want to make a choice and do it. Because my time is money, Brian's time is money, Fernand's time is money, and based on the things that we have accumulated, we get paid literally by the hour if we were to ever consult for people. But when I see people come in and they're decisive and they want to make that choice to make things happen and they're going to take action, I don't mind spending time talking to them. I don't mind spending time teaching them how to do things for free, right? Because that's the higher purpose, right? That's what you are in this industry for, is for the higher purpose. But you know, it doesn't mean you have to donate it to everybody. Your decisive nature should be these people who are going to take action, these people who really want to make this happen. I'm going to give them my time, and I'm going to commit to helping them succeed and getting this mind out of the gutter, out of that industrial age type mindset where they're so comfortable with the steady paycheck. Me and Fernand were just talking about that, about how people are so comfortable with the mindset of getting a steady paycheck that they don't care whether to listen to you or not. They don't care to take action. They're fine with getting paid minimum wage, above minimum wage, just getting by. But and they'll close the window, they'll close the website, they won't opt in, they won't buy no products because they're comfortable. They're comfortable with where they're at. And that right there, you're never going to succeed in life with that. You're not. You will always be in debt. You will always be a slave to the system, and the system will have your mind. Because you're spending, when you come home, you're too bloody tired to do anything. You turn on that TV and you let it program you, right? And that's what happens to people when they get comfortable, right? It's crazy, man. I used to work demolition before, you know?
Yeah, it's so true, Gene. I mean, I can really relate because I've been there, you know. It really is. It's not. You know why more people aren't making money online is because of that barrier that they need to cross. You know, because the mindset. I know that we keep saying this, but really, they get entrenched in the TV. And let it program them where they're. Of course, you're going to be tired after working a 40-hour week. Of course, you're going to be tired at night, but aren't you tired of living that kind of life? I mean, seriously, you don't have to do it. It's not. Anybody can and will expand their business. All right. I mean, once you give it a real shot and really apply yourself, you're going to see some kind of growth. All right. Grow off that growth is what I'm saying, because I did it, and wow, it's something else. Wow, it changed my life. And is still changing my life big time. And why not get this residual money? I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Does anyone agree? Does everyone agree here? Am I off base? I think maybe I'm just tired of it.
Oh, I totally agree, man, 100%. And so going on to our next subject here, I mean, we're gonna talk about resourcefulness, right? Like, people like to make excuses, right? This is the excuse factor. They say when people fail to achieve, they often say that they're missing resources like money, time, people, and so on. And I'm reading from an excerpt from Tony Robbins, I like to call him. But most top leaders in the world know resources are never the problem, right? The real problem is a lack of resourcefulness. You can always get the resources you need as a leader if you're resourceful enough. And the truth is, the ultimate resource is resourcefulness. So as leaders, instead of making excuses for why you're not accomplishing or you're not achieving goals or why you're not doing things, we tend to, we instead will say, you know what, I can do this, I just need to figure out how to do this, right? And that is resourcefulness at its highest peak when you're a natural leader. Is you're never saying you have a lack of things, you just haven't gotten there yet, or you have to go do this to get this and this. And your resourceful nature is you're going to figure out how to get from A to B to C to D to E, and you're going to continuously reach those goals in your life. I come from the ghetto, right? I come from my mother was a drug addict, alcoholic. She died from drugs. I had no resources around me. There are some days where I was not even eating, so I had to become resourceful, right? I had to do whatever it took for me to eat. And during this time, I'm in high school too, and I'm a high performance athlete. I was actually probably the highest performance athlete in my high school at the time. So there was days where I wasn't even eating, but I figured it out. I figured out what I needed to do to eat. And especially since I'm like one of the best basketball players to ever grace my area, not toot my own horn here, but I had to figure out what all the things that I needed in order for me to stay at that level, right? And it was a matter of me figuring out how to get to A to B to C to D. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? That's so powerful, man. I never even really heard you explain it the way you just did. That is powerful stuff. It is. And this light is really in my face. But no, that is. I never even heard you say all that. Honestly, guys, did you just catch what he said? I mean, basically, he said that he came from the ghetto, you know, and he's had some really, really hard times. So we can definitely relate. Okay, I mean, I filed bankruptcy just a matter of 2 years maybe before I started succeeding. Just 2 years before I started succeeding, I did file with. So you know, we can definitely relate. You know, it's not a matter of, oh, they're so much different, or they think differently, or they're smarter, or they know this or they know that. We want to share everything with you. We are sharing everything with you. Did you catch last night's webinar? If you didn't, you might want to check that one out too. But things like these kinds of webinars that we're holding are very, very monetarily. You can. How am I trying to say this? You can convert them into cash. That's a better way of saying it. Okay, I mean, it's pretty much, you can take it to the bank what we're saying, you know, because it is the truth, and we have been there. So you can't say, oh, money's just been thrown in their face. No, not at all. I mean, I had it tough. I really did. Actually, I had 2 jobs. While I had a full-time job and another job, just to try and make ends meet. I pulled off the internet marketing gig, and boom, before you know it, I'm making millions. I mean, seriously. So don't even, you know, try to feed you. Any excuse that you give yourself, that is your worst enemy. You are your worst enemy.
Yeah, and like, you can do anything you want to do if you just get out of your own way, because we are our biggest blocks from succeeding in life. I mean,
also our biggest right, exactly.
Yeah, and my mother was a catalyst for a lot of addictions in my life, like alcoholism, clubbing, partying, girls. All these things were factors, and when I started making money, I started partying even more. You know what I'm saying? I was living the life. I was going to the club. I had money in my pocket. I was buying everybody drinks. And I didn't focus on the goal, and that eventually led me going up to hitting rock bottom again, and it's messed up. It's so messed up when you think about the things that you go through and you learn along the way from your parents and from the things that you go through, but you have to identify them. What is holding me back from succeeding in life? And once I identified those things and I removed them from my life, everything started just falling into place. Have you ever played Tetris? Well, I didn't have to move the joystick anymore to put put the shape into the right position. It started falling into place for me, actually. And that right there is action, attraction right there. That is drawing action at its highest peak. Go ahead. If you want to chat a little bit, go ahead. Fernand, I just got to tend to this little rent here.
Good stuff, man. You guys are dropping some good bombs, man. I'm loving it. It is so true. The only limit we have is in our minds, you know. And of course, what is that? Those are the programs that we've been taught that tell us you can't do this. How dare you? Who do you think you are? All right, so you gotta dig deep inside. You gotta deal with those limiting beliefs that you got. And then you gotta find the right tools, you know. And the best way to do it, I love it. You know, it's free. You can go online, you can go meet up in groups, and everyone's gonna throw tools at you. And what you gotta do, the secret to this all, you have a good pocket on your right, and you have your bad pocket on your left. When someone gives you a tool that you like, put it in your good pocket. But when someone gives you a tool that you don't like, that you want to discard, that you think, this is bullshit, this is whatever, go ahead, put that in your bad pocket. Because one day you're going to have a problem, and all the tools in your good pockets are not going to be able to solve it. But I bet you that tool in your bad pocket will. So always be collecting tools, collecting new ways. It's evolving, most definitely. Get it done. Get it done, people.
Hey, Gene, I got to tend to a couple of things, so I'm going to be stepping out. But, I just wanted to thank you and Ferdinand for really the opportunity. Honestly, I really, really love coming on camera. Yeah, I've got a couple of things I got to take care of, but
No problem, brother. It's all good.
oh, it is so critical, though. I mean, I just got to hit on it one more time. That you understand that you really are your biggest obstacle. Your own skepticism and other people's cause lack of action, cause lack of open-mindedness. All right, and that right there is going to stop you. You might as well put a roadblock in front of your own car. All right, so with that, I'm going to sign off, and thank you for having me, bro. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, bro. Get at me on in about 40 minutes if you got, so we can chat for a couple minutes after.
I will. I'll be on schedule. All right, bro. See you guys.
All right, bye. Have a good night.
All right, so yeah, resourcefulness. I think resourcefulness really comes down to just stop making excuses and know that you actually have you have a toolbox, an invisible toolbox that is there, that is literally attached to strings to everything that you need to accomplish what you need at that moment. And I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's painting. I don't care if it's talking to a girl. I don't care if it's trying to get that paycheck because you got rent coming up. You have all the tools, but you don't believe in yourself. That's the one thing that's going to hold you back right there. You're not going to get it done. The universe has an algorithm. Most of you don't know this, but there's an algorithm. The same way that there's an algorithm to ranking websites. It's the same way there's an algorithm to getting to the NBA or doing all these things. There's an actual algorithm to life. And if you figure out the algorithm, if you believe in yourself enough, the algorithm actually, the yellow brick road highlights itself. And it's saying, hey, go down this path, follow this road, and I'll take you to Oz, okay? That's pretty much resourcefulness there. So next thing we're going to talk about is leaders, great leaders, they always have a higher purpose. And this, for me, was the catalyst of my success. It literally was my higher purpose. When I failed in marketing for 3 years, I didn't give up. And I got a lot of people upset. People hated me because I was spamming them, my friends, family. You know what I mean? People was like, "What are you doing? Like you're not making it." And I'm making it now, right? Now I'm there. I'm finally there. But a lot of people doubted my ability, and the reason why I wasn't succeeding was because of my purpose. I didn't have the right purpose in my direction. And so my basically what happened was that I was focused on making money. That was my goal. Focusing on strictly money. I got to get money. And then what happened was that for 3 years I had this negative gut feeling inside me of desperation to make money. And that desperation, it's a roadblock. It blocks your mind, it blocks your heart, because you know that desperation feeling is also fear. It's the fear of not making rent. It's the fear of not getting enough to eat. It's the fear, it's that desperational feeling that you get that's gonna drive you in the opposite direction of the goals that you want to achieve, right? So, I had to figure out, okay, upon going into my 4th year, and I'm like, I still haven't made any money. What's going on here? Why am I not making any money? I was sitting there banging my head against the wall, and I was gonna quit. I was actually gonna hang up my internet marketing goals and dreams and everything. I was just gonna quit. And it wasn't until I seen one specific marketer, I don't remember who it was a while ago, but I watched them for like just a day. I started reverse engineering their marketing a little bit, following them around. And then I realized, I see like, wow, I think I got it. This person doesn't even sell their product. Actually, their whole marketing had absolutely nothing to do with their product. They were the product. They were the product of their product. They sold their story. They sold their lifestyle. They sold how their determination to succeed. They sold the aspect that, hey, when I want to do something, I do it. They sold that the skill sets that they acquired along the way from failing. These then became part of their resume, right? And so I seen that they were no longer in the make money online industry. Hey, Uriah, no. They were no longer in the make money online industry. They were in the people helping industry. And the first person they helped was themselves, right? And once they figured out that, okay, I got it. Once I build and grow myself, I can start helping other people build and grow themselves and inspire them. Because to be quite honest, you don't need to sell your product to make money. You need to sell the inspirational factor of who you are, of how your drive is so contagious and influential that, you know, when you have a strong desire to help people, you have a strong desire to help yourself. And it's not being selfish. It's not selfish in a negative way, but I mean, how can you love somebody if you don't love yourself? How can you teach health to somebody if you're not healthy yourself? How can you preach to people if you're not doing what you preach, right? And so I started realizing that my purpose has to be about health. And here was the next catalyst to my success was what my goal, my actual supercharged purpose was for my kids. My kids. And I never had that mindset in my goals at all. It wasn't, I'm doing this for my kids, for my family. It was that I need money. I'm desperate. I need money. And it worked against me. It totally worked against me. But when I had that goal that, hey, I'm trying to give my kids financial freedom. I'm trying to be there for my kids 24/7. I don't want to drop my kids off at daycare or the babysitter and have them taking care of my kids while I go do my 9-to-5 job and slave away for that bullshit paycheck that's pretty much gone when bills are paid. And you know, that was my drive. I didn't want that for my children, and because that was how I lived. That's how I was raised. I was raised on welfare. My dad, you know, he had a good job, but it wasn't the greatest job in the world that generated a lot of income to make me financially free, to make me not having to struggle and to be raised on welfare and go through all the problems that I had to go through. I figured out that I had to break the cycle, right? You know, my father wasn't the greatest father in the world. He was rarely ever there. My mama kind of left me when I was about 14, 15 years old to drugs and put all her focus and energy into that lifestyle. I had to take action in my life, and I had to make a decision, and I had to separate from the cycle, break away from the cycle, break away from the system, and start living my dreams. But the only way I can do that, the only way I can actually achieve those goals was to find a purpose, to find that purpose in your life that defines who you are. And it could be doing it for your kids. It could be helping people. It could be making enough money to go on the street and feed the homeless. Whatever it is, if you have a higher purpose in your marketing, you have really a strong connection to the universe. The universe is going to say, wow, this guy's purpose or this woman's purpose, it's divine. It's high. It's high. It's on another enlightened level. I'm going to help this person achieve their goals because they're telling me that this is who they are, right? And so when you figure out who you are and you figure out who your purpose is, you are going to be able to do whatever it takes to get there, right? And it's not just believing in it, it's actually achieving those, doing the action steps, right? So I got to go grab my kid here. He's about to bail. 1 second.
I really love what Gene is saying. Phenomenal. I believe it this way. I don't know, you guys have probably heard of Confucius, right? And Confucius had a saying where he says, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step, right? Well, I believe that Confucius had it all wrong. Okay, I believe that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one vision. Okay, because you can take that journey of 1,000 miles, but if you don't have the right vision when you finish that journey, you realize what happened. Everyone's happy. I achieved my goals, but I feel empty. All right, and that's what it's all about here, serving a higher purpose. All right, Uriah's back.
He's back. You gonna say hello? Are you gonna say hello, Uriah? Say hi. Oh, Uriah is 16 months old, and this kid amazes me. I'm actually amazed. I'm a full-time father, so I'm the one raising him at home every day. My woman, she works full-time still. She loves her job. She's actually works for the cancer agency, and she does transcription work. But she, I tried to get her involved in internet marketing, but she didn't like the whole aspect of selling, right? But she's still a little bit stuck in the mindset of comfortable with her paycheck. She makes good money, but it's still like she has me here to help her make a serious income online, but she still won't do it because she's still stuck in the mindset of the comfortable paycheck, right? Hey, chill out there, little buddy. No. So yeah, but this is what I do. This is what I do. I take care of my kid all day. I do training webinars. I run my business, and you know what? There's no better feeling in the world than being there for your kids, being there for your family anytime they need you, right? Give me one sec. Maybe you can chat for a little bit there, Fernand, please.
Most definitely. It's just funny because I come from the other aspect of the spectrum, right? I'm just a guy that's been working on my profession, working on my career. So I'm single, don't have any kids. And you would think, well, what is your motivation? What is your why? And my why in the end is the same thing. I want to be able to help families. We're going to hit a really hard economic times. We're already hitting them. And the game has changed. It's not about the degree. It's not about the inheritance. It's not about the family. It's about the skills. It's about the tools, right? And, even though someone can give you that information, even though someone could say, this is how you do it, this is how you make money online, right? This is how you break free, right? That the hardest thing for people to change is their mindset, is to change the way that they think. I mean, because and it makes total sense. The ego, right, is a very jealous, protecting being in our mind. It's very territorial. So when you come in with ideas and you want to change the way the law has been, you're gonna get rejection, right? And that's, I love it.
Yeah. So I don't know if some of you are watching us on the website there, and you see a sign up now button. We have a $1 day trial, 7-day trial. So if you want to start mingling with us, you see the drive and passion in me. You see the drive and passion in Brian. You see the drive and passion in Fernand. This is the types of situations you need to surround yourself with people you want to be like. I don't care if you work with me. I don't care if you join me. I got an automated business online, but this gives me this new income opportunity. Gives me an opportunity to give back, right? So I'm gonna make money regardless if people join me or work, no matter what. I built my empire online to where I'm always gonna have passive income coming in. So but I'm not comfortable though, because I want more. And in order for me to get more, I got to help more people. I got to give them the things they need in order for them to succeed. I got to, as Yoda says, always pass on what I have learned, right? It does me no good to sit here and keep everything that I've learned to myself, or even try put a price tag on it for like tens of thousands of dollars. That's in how much I probably spent in training trying to figure this stuff out. But you know, you take action, take bloody action. I don't care if you work with me. I'm pretty sure Ferdinand doesn't give a crap if you work with him, but take action in your life. You know, stop making excuses. Do whatever it takes. You know what? Children are actually the perfect example of a leader, right? You know why? Because when they want to do something, they do it. They don't think about the consequence. They just do it. Decisiveness, their choices. They make choices and they do it. They take action. That if you want to be like be like your children. All right. My son, when he wants something, he gets pissed off if he doesn't do it. So that should be you too. If you don't get something done, you should be mad because you're not doing it. So you got to do whatever it takes for you to get there. So yeah, I mean, for those of you who are just getting in here, you know, rewind this video. This is probably one of the best webinars you're gonna get because you know, I made a lot of money online, and one of the reasons why is because of all the things we talked about in this webinar. If you want to work with us, great. If not, all good. Get a hold of me. Get a hold of Ferdinand. Let's work together. You know, I just want to help people. Ferdinand just wants to help people as well. But the only way for us to help is if you take action, right? If you want to leave them with anything, you go ahead, Ferdinand. You're muted, bro.
So boom. Just like Raheem said, it's time to invest in yourself. It's time to take that. It's time to fight for your time. You know, it's time to grab the pen of life. Right? In the end of the year, stop leaving it hands of fate will happen to you. It's time for you to go for it. Go for it. Take charge. Take charge of your hands. We're here to help you. All right? I'm off with that.
Oh, what happened to you? I wanted to take a picture of you there.
Am I here?
Oh, there you are. There you go. Give you a big smile there, bro.
Boom.
Did I get you? Okay, smile again.
Boom.
There you go. I got you. All right, yo. So under my page, if you're on my page watching this or on Ferdinand, there should be a button under this video. Get out, get locked in. We have a $1 7-day trial. So that's basically gonna allow you to check out what we offer for our team and mingle with us. And you know, this today is a mandatory sell for you day. So you're gonna come on, you're gonna share your testimony if you build up the courage to do it. But you can send your traffic to a website like this, and we'll do the selling for you. We'll inspire your leads. We'll butter them up to show them who we are as people. We're transparent. I'm not afraid of my history. I'm not afraid of my past. I embrace it. And oh, you okay there, buddy? He's laughing about it now. But yeah, I'm a transparent individual. I don't have nothing to hide here, right? I embrace everything about my past, and it got me where I am today, right? So get locked in. I look forward to talking with you. If not, take what we had and taught during this webinar and apply it to your life, because it's only going to help you. It's not going to go against you. I guarantee it, because I use it, and so does Ferdinand, and so does Brian Bear. Peace.
Have a good night.
All right, bro. Oh, hang on one sec here. How do I stop it? Oh, it's
We're still kicking it.
Okay, here.